copy of your club roster? Go through it. Put everybody on a committee. We have heard this over and over and over again, traveling around with USA Canada Forums, international conventions. The number one reason that you lose club members is for not feeling involved, that they're not important. You want to make sure that that doesn't happen. You have to have goals. As you heard this year, our international president's theme is follow your dreams. I want everybody to take a moment and write down 2 or 3 dreams that you would like to have happen this year, whether you're a club president or not. Write down 2 or 3 things that you would like to see happen this year. If you go to the back pages in your book, there's a couple of note pages. I'm ready. Oh, sure.
What was the question again?
The question is, name something that you would, I guess a goal that you would like to set for yourself. Something that you would like to do this year, even if you're not president and just a member of the club. Just something you would like to see accomplished in your club. So somebody, throw them out. There's a lot of people in this room, so I know somebody's got something written down. Yes, ma'am.
We would like to form a realty.
All right, what else?
More membership.
What else?
More attendance at meetings.
You more for cups on it.
What else?
More profitable fundraisers. More social awareness.
Oh.
Better than good day.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that was more social what?
More social awareness through fundraising.
Help the Saints win the Super Bowl. That would be horrible.
All right, so we Next thing you have to do, you have to have a budget plan for your year. You have some goals of what you want to accomplish. So now you have to put a budget together. So you have to put together a financial committee to put a budget together for you. Go through your club's available funds. Find out what you have to work with. Look at what kind of fundraisers do you want to do for the year. How much would you like to take in at those fundraisers? And make it you want it to be a realistic number. Don't put that you want to make $1 million, because as much as I would love to have $1 million fundraiser, in reality, I know that's not happening. So put yourself a budget together. We said that we have to have an agenda. I cannot tell you, traveling around as district governor, that I was surprised at seeing how many clubs didn't have an agenda when we went to their meeting. And I realize that I'm preaching to a lot of the choir here, that you guys are the supreme people, you do have that. But I think there's a lot of people that don't understand the importance of it. This is your game plan right here. Put together exactly what you want to happen. All of these here is typical of what should appear on an agenda. If you look in your booklet, the very first tab is an example of an agenda for you to use. And, you know, while this is a game plan, you don't have to follow this to the T. Each club has different meeting styles. My club meets different from Marrero, who meets different from TKU. Whatever works for your club, that's what you want to make happen. If you want to sit in a circle and have your meeting, that's fine. If you want to sit in theater seating like this, that's fine. Whatever works for your club. Next up, ma'am. Coach. Yeah. Ready? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Hold up a minute. Would you all please stand up for the Mass International Director?
You got a game going on.
Angela. Bring in the men.
Bring in the men.
Okay, man, let's go. Bring in the men. Come on, team, let's go. Come on, team.
No, Bob. I tried calling him, he answered the phone. My thing is, if Bob can't come in and be on the team, we need to talk to him, so he needs to be here.
Yes. You don't want to call
I
it?
mean, we need everybody.
Call him up, he may have some kind of thing going on.
You want to call Bob and Super Bob? I want to win it too. I like Bob. I don't like Bob either.
Well, he always Bob. You know, guys, even though Bob didn't show up, we gotta get the team spirit.
We got the game today. We got the game today. Hey, come on, team on.
Don't worry about that.
1, 2, 3, strike!
All right. The first thing that we're going to go over with you is this communication.
Jerry.
A lot of you came in the first meeting earlier, and a lot of things that they did, we're going to do as well, because it's very important. They came in and trashing Bob. Bob's not here, oh well. Who cares? He didn't show up. He's not going to play any game today. Why is he not here? I don't know. Do they care? Should you care? Absolutely. Bob could have a death in the family. He's going through some times. Do you know about it? Bob
could have lost his job. Do you know about it? Are you there to help him? Bob could not even know the game was today. He lost his agenda. Nobody called him. He lost all his numbers. His phone fell in the water, and he don't have anybody's phone number anymore. You know, we don't remember numbers anymore. Everything's on cell phone. Did you take a step and call Bob to see? All of your members need to be called to see why they didn't show up. We have a lot of our members who call us to tell us why they're not going to be somewhere. But when we don't receive that phone call, we pick up the phone and we call them. So now they call us first because they know we're going to call anyway. Communication is really important. And I was district governor, 6 years ago? 6 years ago. And my one thing I wanted to accomplish, my one major goal, was communication. I believed that if we could communicate, we can improve, we can get better. And that's how it is everywhere. I go to meetings and I visit every single club. And I hear the same speech at every single club. Governor can tell you. He's going to give the same speech at every single club. Your first vice governor is going to go and hear the same speech at every club. But if you were not at that meeting, did you know what he said? So even if you need to hear it and everybody else did, it's still important to that one person to hear that message, to get it, to understand what they said. Keep communicating. Keep going over the same thing. Okay? So that's what our job is when we visit clubs, when we go places. You keep your entire club up to date. What's the easiest way to keep your club up to date if you hate the phone or email? Okay, my club's a club that I think we have 5 members out of 50 that have emails. What do? They don't have a phone either. They can't text.
Use the mail.
Oh, snail mail. Okay. So I can tell a lot of past postal employees, but snail mail still works. Yes. We still need to get that information out. And how will we even snail mail? Like, what would we do? What could you do? A monthly newsletter. Very good. Does it have to be all fancy and a bunch of pages? And, oh, no. Only those that want to win the Academy Award. As our actor over here wants to win everything there is. We'll get y'all hip boots on the way out. Our newsletter that we do is very simple. I make a calendar for the next month. And on that, I put what we're doing and a time. And then we mail it out to everybody. Because remember, my club only has about 5 of 50 people who have email. Probably about 10 of 50 that knows how to text. So we're trying to get them updated a little better, but
Too old.
we're going to continue trying, though, right? My mama's vowed to learn how to use a computer. But this year, when she's governor, she's going to know how to use a computer. And she's not going to go turn it on. Everybody asked her, this is a joke for those of you who didn't hear. Again, most of you heard this joke before, but again, a lot of you haven't, so I'm going to relay my little joke with you. My mom would always walk in and say, yeah, I know how to turn the computer on. I go to Angela's desk and I go, and it turns on. Sorry, Mom. But anyway, communication. Guys, gonna put this newsletter out. Let's go get the information. You wanted to get communications. Give me some stuff. Send it to me. Let's go. Let's go. She pestered me. That's all right. I got the whiplash of state, but I'm not gonna show y'all.
I got plenty of those too.
I'll be able to pay you.
But just
But
how you
get
do
it out. Guys, it's not hard to do it, and I should be calling the pot calling the kettle black. I'm very busy, extremely busy with my job, and if anybody's a teacher around here, they know how busy you really are, especially starting Monday now, because that's when I start. I don't have time for everything, so I have people that help me out. Help that person out. Get it done. Communicate. Communication is very, very important. Before we go to the next.
Just, and then we'll zip on out, but what she's saying is absolutely true. Is to communicate through your club however you can and whatever fits for your club. Like she was saying, she doesn't have a lot of people that have computers or that can text on the phone or even care about it. But the members in your club do want to know what's going on. And the way to get all your service projects done is to let the members know when you need them. So every club is unique, every club is different. If you can find the key for your club to get the information to them, then they'll be much better. As I mentioned earlier in the secretary's meeting, if you have a secretary who's a just dynamite secretary, has done it for years, really knows what they're doing, but doesn't have a computer, doesn't want a computer or whatever, then have an assistant secretary in the club that does nothing but just fill in all these forms for LCI for your club. And let your secretary, who's your recording secretary, keep doing what they've been doing and doing successfully, and that's keeping track of the record of your club and what it does. And have the other person just fill in the blanks and get all the reports in, so that we know, because whether we like it or not, LCI, which is a major corporation, it really is, like any other large corporation, needs to have information easily accessible, and the best way to do it is to come in by computer form. The other thing I mentioned is that at some point, we're not going to be able to accept written reports unless you want your dues to go up, because it requires individuals to sit there and take these written reports and fill them into the computer so they can go in and be logged through. Eventually, we're just not going to be able to afford to do that. We're trying to cut back on staff at LCI rather than spend more money on staff. We're cross-training people, and it's going very nicely. And the other reason we need communication within your club, within your district, and at LCI is so that we know what the big picture is of what we're doing in Lyons. As I mentioned earlier today, we're all doing service projects. It's nice to share those ideas, to let other clubs, other districts, other constitutional areas know about what you do. The only way we can get that information is through the activities report, which is filed monthly. So we get that information, and then we can pass it back on. We're at about 47% across all of LCI. It's really kind of pathetic when you think about it. Over half of what's being done by clubs and Lions throughout the world is not reported. We don't know about it. We would like to get that information so we can pass it on. So communication is key. Making sure that all your members are active in what you're doing, as the little skit demonstrated, is fantastic. So keep up the good work.
I'll just give you a I don't want any more.
Thing.
What?
You know, I gave you the whip last night.
Yeah, I got it.
Now you need the whip.
Okay.
And you, my dear friend,
Oh.
you got a crew.
Oh, I got through. Good trouble.
See you later.
Very good.
I mean, jeez. How can we win this game? It's like playing.
Probably don't do that. We need to get more.
You get some more people, or we need to get work twice as hard. Because, you know, like I say, you know, our biggest lineman is like half what the size of theirs is. They're gonna run over us.
We put it out on this and come to even. Get more players like that.
Yeah, but, you know,
Very
very
much
much.
street, yours. We'll get away.
Okay. It just doesn't seem like we're gonna be able to win.
Win. How we can win?
Too small, we don't have the people.
Oh, we do it with us.
You know, like, wow, man.
You would be very proud of it.
Basically,
Don't want to make us proud.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's,
All depends on how much we
The key to think about it is keeping the morale up and not down.
and we got the morale.
Yeah, that's right. We
All right, all right.
Well, let's go for it.
All right.
All right, does it matter if your Lions Club is small?
No.
Does that mean you can't accomplish goals that are way up here?
No.
No. Your membership number is not what your quality of your club is. You can have a club that has 100 or more members and don't do anything. And we don't see them. We don't even know they exist. And then you can have this club that has 15 members, that at every meeting you see at least 10 of them. Every function you see at least 10 of them. They're out there. They're doing stuff. They raise money. They give money. They work for the community. Which one is, and I know we stress membership all the time, but which one is more valuable? That little one or that big one? That little one. It's not what you have. It's what you do and what you give. That's the most important. And you have to do and you have to give. And the only person that can make that happen is you. Oh, but I'm not president. I can't do that. I'm not the quarterback. We're not going to win. We don't have a good team. Is the president everything? No. Is the president your whole club?
No.
If you want to be a good president, you need to be involved. You need to be part of that team. Is the quarterback on the team on the defense? No. Do they have a lot of influence on the defense?
No.
I think they do.
Yes, they do.
They keep the defense on the field.
You keep them on their toes. They keep them going. Because you never know where the quarterback's going to go. Very influential to that team. Presidents, your quarterbacks. Presidents, you need to be involved in the run. You need to be involved in the play option. You need to be involved in the pass. You need to be involved in the defense. What am I telling you there? You need to be involved in everything. Did I say you're in charge of everything?
No.
No. I said you are involved in it. After the quarterback hands the football, does that quarterback really do anything? Not usually. They usually get out of the way so they don't get hit because, you know, they're so fragile. I'm not talking politics, I'm talking professional. They work multi-million, they don't want to get their legs broken. Presidents, once you hand that ball off to that committee, you're still there watching them, but who should be doing the work? That committee. With your guidance, because you're there guiding them. You're there telling them, hey, look, this is the play. This is what I would like to go on. And they go from there. Okay. All right. You're in sections. And if you didn't notice, you're sitting in sections of red, yellow, blue, and pink. And I know it's kind of hard and it's kind of tight in the rooms, but I want you to get together with your section. I want you to discuss, and I'm going to ask each group, I want one thing that we didn't mention that can go in a newsletter that you think is important or that you think should go in a newsletter. And then I want you to discuss and ask for two things. One is the newspaper, the newsletter. And the other is, I want you to discuss with me something that a small club can do and how they can meet that goal. Because they have a lot of clubs in here that don't meet their goal. How does your club meet your goal? When your project should be for this many people, but you only have this many people. What do you do? How do you accomplish your goal? So two things I'm asking. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to talk. A minute on each. I'm a teacher. I got to tell you 2, and then I give you 5. You know, that's how. But I'm going to give you a little time to talk. I want y'all to discuss. I want to see who's going to lead up in the group and start the discussion. I'm also going to be listening to each group and what you're talking about. So I want to hear what's going on. What goes in the newsletter? And a way you can accomplish a goal that you think is so high that you can't reach it. And I want you to be able to reach it. All right, 2 minutes. Let's go.